Want to talk about your preparation into heading into Western?
Yeah, I think we've obviously it's tough coming up after this past weekend, but I think we've done a really good job of practicing hard and getting ready to go. We know we face another tough opponent, Missouri Western, and I think we've really just all the players and coaches have really bought into really working hard throughout the week and doing everything we can to make ourselves better and getting ready for this weekend.
What exactly happened in that 4-day state game? It was just kind of.
I don't know. It was a lot of different things, but that was last week, and we kind of just got to put that behind us and move on. And we only control what we can control, and that's what's coming this weekend.
What do you see on film about the Western defense?
They're a very good defense, and we know they like to play a lot of man. They always have. They like to put a lot of guys in the box, and especially as receivers, we just think we need to do a really good job about winning routes and doing everything we can to help the team win.
Has it been difficult to practice this week coming off last week, or has last week give motivation?
I think it definitely makes everybody a little bit more motivated. I mean, it's definitely humbling, and the only thing you can do is make yourself better and get better, and you only do that by working hard, and I think that's what everybody's done this week.
Okay, Deron, can you talk a little about practice this week from the defensive standpoint and looking to bounce back from last week's disappointing game?
Basically, we have to play a lot faster. After last week's game, after they got converted their first third down conversion, we just went downhill and we weren't getting to the ball. So this week, we had two whistles. One whistle stopped the play, and then everybody has to run to the ball, and that stopped the second whistle. So we're going to be a lot more aggressive getting to the ball. There shouldn't be too many solo tackles. That's what we're hoping for. It's a lot of assisted tackles, and then just go from there.
Can you put your finger on, was there a specific problem on defense last week? Or?
It was a lot of things that just went wrong. It wasn't just a specific thing. We practiced well. We had a great preparation or something to stop whatever they were doing. It's just we weren't executing. So I guess execution would be.
Plus their quarterback got pretty hot too, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. When you're 31 to 38, that's pretty good.
What do you see on film about the Western offense?
They run a lot of RPOs, so they want you to think that it's a run, and then they'll throw a pass play. The offensive line, they'll block like it's a run, so we see run, but we have to be good on our keys. Watch the quarterback while he's faking a handoff. If it's a fake, then obviously it's a pass. We have to be good on that, and hopefully we can stop it.
Coach kind of just said that you guys backed yourselves in a corner. Is that and you guys have to win out? Is that kind of like the mentality in the locker room right now?
Yes, it is. It's always like after the first loss, that was the mentality. But obviously things happen, but we just can't let that happen again.
And just what are you kind of just focusing on? Trying to get on that winning track.
One play at a time. If we win that play, if we keep winning plays throughout the game, we're bound to win the game.
Coach, how's practice gone this week, coming back off a disappointing loss last week?
It's gone really well. And the bottom line is when you don't play good or don't play good in an area, you've got to practice better. And that's what, we went to practice with that in mind and make sure that we're taking care of everything.
Were there specific problems on defense last week?
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of those things where there's a couple things happen early in a game that make a difference in how things end up. And the bottom line is we were one step behind all day long. And about the time we blitzed, they had the right call at the right time, and they were just, their quarterback was very hot and hadn't played like that up to that point. But we caught him on a really hot day, and we had a chance maybe to make some adjustments at halftime and come out and get things changed around a little bit. But then our offense, gives the ball back to the defense right away, and then they go down and score, and then it just kind of snowballed on us.
Any changes this week?
No, not really. We'll just, we're just hopefully going to play with a lot more enthusiasm and intensity, and again, I think the beginning of the game at Western will be really important.
What do you expect from the Griffins?
Missouri Western has always been a team that's always good on defense, always well coached. Coach Partridge is a defensive-minded guy, and they used to be a 4-man front. Now they're a 3-man front. They have for the last couple of years. Offensively, it starts with Caldwell and Windmiller, and those two guys make everything go. Caldwell being the running back that's very difficult to stop, and Windmiller being the quarterback that runs a lot of run-pass option plays. And so they do a nice job up front and block the run most of the time, and then read either linebackers or support guys on whether or not to throw the football or not. So they make it tough to defend.
Were you surprised there were so many points scored last week in your game?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a couple years ago it was a 7-6 game, and then this was 54-41. I mean, it's like I said, that's why each week's a different week, and different things happen, and sometimes there's things in the beginning of the games that kind of dictate how things go throughout the game. But you just never know what you're going to get, and when you run into somebody that's that hot, things can happen.
Austin kind of described the loss as humbling. Is that kind of the tone in the locker room right now, like taking that loss and kind of run with it?
Well, I think, we tried guarding against having a letdown at any time. I think we felt like we were kind of on a roll in the fact that we'd won 4 in a row. And that's why, you guys got to understand they got to practice good every day and not expect anybody to ever give you anything. And I'm not saying that happened, but, we didn't have the energy and enthusiasm defensively last week that we needed to have.
And I know it's still kind of on the back burner, but do you think that this game this week against Western is kind of that must-win to keep Pitt State in that playoff contention?
Yeah, absolutely it is. Again, if you've got 2 losses, you've got to find a way to win out, or you're not going to get in. That's just the way it is. And so, we've backed ourselves in the corner. We got to fight our way out. That's the bottom line. And we've got to not worry about everybody else. We got to worry about ourselves and find a way to go beat Missouri Western.